Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here literally every single day of the year, and I have been for almost 4 years. Next month will be 4 years. And I'm here to take your political questions out of the chat, so just leave your questions before I hang. I was getting your questions, so I still had that tab open. Okay, sorry about that. So, yes, just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe, and we've got a fantastic community here because of you. Thank you. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, whatever works best for you. So, hello, everybody. All right. Never fear. Fancy is here. Hello, Fancy. Hello. Love it. Oh, thank you, Louis. Rose Blue reports William has removed his wedding ring. Oh, boy. Did I find new adhesive before I get into the questions? Holly's asking, did I find new adhesive tabs for the nails? Actually, no. These are the little extras I put together because I was in kind of a hurry, but I definitely wanted to do something today. So I've got orange nails today, and I didn't have a blue that matched that. It's kind of a violet, no, indigo. Anyway, also, this is so not important, but here you go. I tried. Okay, I tried lip liner for the first time. It didn't go well. So what's on here at this point is I had to take off the red lipstick. There's still remnants of the lip liner. And so I don't know what's going on, but if it looks weird, or if you see little weird spots of color, that's what that is. I just took off the red and put on some chapstick, and here we go. So there is that. All right. I think that's about it. Yeah, all right. And please forgive the state of the room. Again, I'm still doing a deep reorganizing, cleaning, and it looks terrible in here. I had this rack, and it was for something else, but I figured it was actually quite useful if I split the decks in half, that I could just have this sitting here. So I have my three most used decks of cards here. So I think I'll use the Pulp Tarot today. All right. So there is that, and then I have to be careful when I put that back so it doesn't shoot out the other side. All right, and this. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I do. Rose Blue, do stick-on nails come in more narrow sizes for smaller fingers? There are children's press-on nails, and there are also just short ones that would that for people who have very small nail beds. So it depends on which way it's shorter. Anyway, all right. Yes. Thank you. All right. So I have a question. Hello, Allison in Hawaii. Okay, I've got a rhetorical question, or maybe you know. Actually, it's not a rhetorical question. It's an honest question. I was listening to Hal Sparks this morning on Progressive Radio. Something he said right at the top of the show. Please tell me Donald Trump is not calling himself Honest Don. Tell me that's not happening. Because, yeah, him and Abraham Lincoln, just twins. Oh, yeah, he is, apparently. Malting Scottish says he is. I saw the post. Honest con. All right, so honest con. That's what we'll call him from now on. There. I'm so bleh. Anyway. All right, let's jump into. We'll jump into the questions at 5:45. Kristen from Uncover the News had great stuff this morning. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. All right, at 5:50. Lara Trump's RNC ditches early and mail-in voting. This should go well. So is Lara's Trump ditching early and mail-in voting, or I guess the push for it, or whatever. Oh, Sharon Rice says Midas did a story on it several days ago. Oh, okay. I hadn't heard it. Oh, boy. So, all right. Lara Trump, possibly the worst thing to ever happen to the RNC, now TNC, Trump National Committee. Really? You're gonna ditch early and mail-in voting? Gonna not be pushing that, huh? Really? Really? She is literally going to do anything that helps Donald Trump. Honest con. Honestly, a con. Anything. Anything for that victory. If she has to change how voting is done, this normally the Two of Swords is voting. But this is her idea of voting. You vote for Donald Trump, or you get the other side of the sword, metaphorically. Oh, not feeling all beaten up. There's a justice card, and only the most sycophantic, awful people remain. So, yeah, she's making a mess of it. Yes, Allison Jacobs, more gaslighting from Don the Con. Yep. And Goral, that's true. Trump has a Lincoln envy problem. Yeah. So, you have a point there. Cynthia O'Keefe, the only way to win is by cheating. You're not wrong. Oh, you're not wrong. All right. So the next question is from Cosmic Goat Lady at 8:40. Thank you for joining me to go through the news today. Do you think Trump's knickers are in a twist? I love that expression. Do you think Trump's knickers are in a twist since Pence and some of the former higher-ups, former up Republicans, are not supporting him to become president? Cosmic Goat Lady, I love how you capitalized him, because he is the chosen one, according to him. Hi. So is Trump all mad, bigly mad because Pence is not endorsing him? Which, frankly, I'm surprised. Pence has already shown a just craven, staggering willingness to go along with whatever. The man tried to unalive you. But is Trump all bigly mad? Isabel Moss's mother said no. King of Pentacles. All right, that's him. Yes, Rhonda Cumbo. Pence has a yellow streak a mile wide. Yes, indeed. So that's King of Pentacles. That's Pence. Page of Pentacles. Hermit. All right, he's out in the cold. What is he even doing for a living these days? Three of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Six of Cups. He wants things to be more like they used to be. And considering he thinks Jesus literally talks directly to him, and I don't have anything inherently against mediumship. I really don't. It's just You have a direct line to Jesus, and Jesus told you to become Donald Trump's vice president and praise Donald Trump. I don't think you're talking to Jesus. Just a thought. Yeah, he just wants things to go back the way they were, but he's feeling very isolated, and the only way he sees things going back the way they used to be is if he becomes more moderate. I don't know. Yeah, oh boy. Anyway. All right. Sherry, is it Kina? At 12:35. Had a question. When Ken Buck resigned, he suggested more House Republicans would do the same, saying it's the next three people that leave that you're going to have to worry about. It's the next three people who leave. People are not objects. People who leave, not that leave. Just throwing that out there. I know my grammar's not perfect, but really? Just don't objectify people. Okay, anyway, when Ken Buck resigned, he suggested more House Republicans would do the same, saying it's the next three people who leave that they're going to be worried about. Will more Republicans resign before the end of the term? Isabel Moss says, let them all quit. Dave's asking, when will Trump put on a military uniform and give himself a chest full of medals? Yes. Oh, gosh. I hadn't even thought of that. Yes, he would too, in a heartbeat. All right. Are more Republicans going to resign before the end of the term? Like, we are out. Yes, Fancy, I'm with you. I wish Jack Smith would start arresting them. Hermits. There definitely are Republicans feeling out in the cold. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Meh. Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. So regular Republicans have been fighting back against the MAGA extremists somewhat. MAGA extremist fighting, but there's legal stuff coming too. And in the center, we've got the Democrats looking on like, and me without a cup of tea. and a bowl of popcorn. So I'm getting, it's back and forth, back and forth. I think I read on it yesterday, but wasn't there a report that Speaker Mikey, he hates everything, the heretic, isn't he going to actually bring a bill to the floor of the House to fund Ukraine that's not attached to anything border related? Yes, please. Let's do that. Anyway. All right. So, speaking of, hello, CC Ryder. Yes, I can see you. At 16 minutes in, oh boy. Speaking of heresy, look, I've said this many times. I have not been a Catholic since I was 16, but I was raised Catholic. My whole family is Catholic. My parents are super Catholic. Trust me. When I worked at the bookstore and I'd have people come in and say, "Where are your Bibles?" And I'd say, "Oh, which one are you looking for?" Every single time for all the years I worked in bookstores, there was a voice, my mother's voice in the back of my head saying, "There is only one Bible." There's the Catholic Bible. That's all there is. But that wasn't my job. And I want people to have their own beliefs. So, but anyway, but it was right there because I knew that's what she would say. But this, look. Oh, I went to, yep. Fancy saying I went to Catholic school. Oh yeah, we've got lots of recovering Catholics. People have also done the time in the school uniform. Yeah. Oh yeah. And as a girl with very, very cold legs in very low temperatures waiting for the bus. Yeah. Anyway. And I'm sure evangelicals are going to love this. Lauren Boebert has claimed that God isn't pleased with good works. No. Only faith. In your dreams. In your dreams. So you don't have to do anything decent or good or charity but you call yourself a Christian. I love how these people say they are such devout believers and then pick and choose and do the exact opposite of what Jesus taught. How are they calling themselves Christians and not doing the bare minimum of what Jesus taught? I'm sure evangelicals are going to love that. So let's have a look. How's that going to go down with the evangelical voters? Lauren Boebert claims God isn't pleased with good works, only faith. Makes me crazy. Yeah, she's her, let's just say her, she doesn't have a whole lot of power. She is still on the far right, but she's not even a queen. She's not a king. She's a page. Yeah. Yeah, and what you do in the dark, yeah, you might want to think about it. Anyway, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 4 of Cups, Temperance. There's her wanting power and money and I'm trying to read on the evangelicals, but I mean, this could refer to the prosperity gospel. That, well, if you're favored by God, you'll make lots and lots of money. Again, which has nothing to do with Christianity. It's like that lady, and I have purposely forgotten her name, who was saying to use faith to lose weight. And therefore, if you weren't super, super thin, you obviously didn't have enough faith. Remember that? And then she divorced her husband for a man, a retired actor, about 20 years her junior. Yeah. Anyway, temperance. I think there are some evangelicals who they're just trying not to pay attention, just not listening. But there are some big splits in the evangelical community anyway. Jen Bowles, do throw your questions in before I come on, please. I really appreciate it. I've got 15 or 16 questions already today, but I'm literally here every single day. Okay, thank you. Okay, at 22:10. Not going to miss her when she's busy off elsewhere and I don't have to read on her anymore. So, excuse me, at 22:30. Rose had a question at 22:30. According to Farron Balanced, Cannon should be Judge Luce Cannon, in the top secret documents. Yeah, her. Cannon should be outed to the 11th Circuit for judicial misconduct. Apparently, she had her determination written before the hearing. Does anybody know if, I mean, that sounds like a really bad idea, but I don't know if it's misconduct. I don't know. So I'm just going to have a look. Thank you, the empath. Thank you. I thought we could use a pop of color. So, Malting Scottish says that's according to Joyce Vance. Ooh, then it's probably true. Spiritual Sean says hinky at best. Okay. Hey, anything that will get this woman off of this case. All right. Cannon. Misconduct. Just going to ask about misconduct. Because then there's another question which I had carried over from yesterday, or I wanted to read on yesterday that we didn't get to, that's a little more troubling than that. So, Cannon, misconduct. Can she please get yeeted off this case? Yeet. CC Ryder, how would anyone know Cannon had her determination written in advance? Don't know. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. All right. She's been giving, let's say, charity to Trump and his side for quite a while now. We know that. To Trump the man. when all 10 legal swords should be tickling his metaphorical spine at this point. Knight of Wands. This would be Trump's people, lawyers, him screeching. Then we've got Justice, but then we've got the World. And normally that would be the end. Justice, the end. And not the end of Trump facing justice. Just, matter of fact, I'm glad I didn't get these cards on the next question. But this would be justice going forward. There would have to be a big change right here. End of chapter, end of book. Moving on to something different, hopefully a different judge. Oh, thank you, Kelly Ramsey. Gwen Shamblin, that was her name. Way Down Workshop was the basis of her religion. Oh, man. I mean, when Trump was sitting in her courtroom, he sat there with his eyes closed part of the time. He was practically asleep because he doesn't feel like he has anything to worry about. However, Moon, Death card, Page of Wands, and that would be someone being severely weakened. Someone on Trump's side. Chaos she's causing. So for, and I wasn't even specifically asking about this. I was just asking about canon misconduct. Gwen Shamblin. That was it. Thank you. All right, this next question, I need you to breathe. All right? Because if you haven't heard about this, it might upset you at first blush, but I do believe we're going to be okay. And I need you to, okay, so what we're going to start, now I want you to breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 8. Okay? You have to breathe out much longer than you breathe in. All right? We're going to do this together. In. 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're going to be all right. What some people are concerned about is if Judge Cannon goes along with the Trump, if Judge Cannon goes forward with the Trump trial for the top secret documents, if she starts the trial, if she seats the jury, if she even listens to a couple of arguments, if she then dismisses the case is dead. That's it. You get a double jeopardy situation. So there are some people who are getting very worried about that. But David Minor, double jeopardy, yeah. So we're going to be okay, but let me read on that. Matter of fact, I'll do a overloaded Celtic on that. Let me do some extra. Anne says her career will be dead too. Well, Trump has all but literally promised her a seat on the Supreme Court if he gets back in. So accidentally all that and then never mind. Wow. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry. So let's have a look. So will Cannon be able to dismiss Jack Smith's top secret documents case against Trump for good? Well, card for the reading. We're afraid that she's going to take things off on the rail. We're go off the rails, and we're hoping that things move forward. In the past, she has shown every willingness to be, let's just say, in some way, shape, or form, one of Trump's ladies. Mm-hmm. All right, so center of the reading, Knight of Wands. Screeching. Ooh, do you know how mad the right is that Fani Willis has been left on the case? That McAfee left her on the case. Ooh, you could warm your hands. You could toast marshmallows off the far right after that. Oh boy. That would be hanging over. This would be incredible, absolute corruption, and her thinking she's got everything in the bag. She's going to be raised higher up. Base of the reading. She's so obviously political. Base of the reading would be her corruption. So all 5 of these center cards about the question itself, the issue itself, hanging above it, base below it. This is all right-wing corruption. Yeah, that's what it is. So, all right, this over. Home environment, which could be the courthouse or what have you. Sun. All right. Well, Jack Smith's trying to keep things trying to shine as much light on this as she can. CC Ryder says 11th Circuit rules refers to Judicial Conduct and Disability Act of 1980, 28 U.S.C. 351 to 364. Anyone can file a complaint alleging a federal judge has committed misconduct. Hello, public. G. Conway. Yes, please. Yes. Yes, please. All right. Hopes and fears. Somebody pulling a fast one. The Cannon versus Jack Smith. What other people see. Jack Smith working hard. Challenge. Judgment. Bad judgment. Ugh. All right. Near future 1. Near future 2. King of Pentacles, strength. She has ruled against Trump recently in a couple of things, but it's kind of things he can either bring up later or things that will allow the case to go forward so she could help him in future. So we're not really sure. So right now, but final outcome, 9 of Cups, Hermit, King of Wands. Evidence. The evidence is the evidence is the evidence. And Trump and his ilk, isolated. She can play games all she wants, but the evidence is the evidence is the evidence. And see, I don't trust her, but I don't know. Thank you, CC Ryder. Thank you. So is Cannon going to be yeeted off this case before it comes to that? CC Ryder is amazing. I agree, Gigi by the Sea. Cannon. Temperance. Empress, Two of Cups, King of Cups, Ace of Wands, Judgment. The energies all. This is the 11th Circuit, and it just feels like they are on this. They are aware of what's happening. It feels like they're watching. It feels like they're watching. It also feels like Jack Smith has an ally there, and they're waiting for a bad judgment, her to do something, or is it that she will do something, or they're waiting for her to do something? Let me see. Any clarification on that? Will Judge Cannon do something that they just go, okay, that's it? Or are they just kind of watching? There's a whole lot of legal worry here that should not exist. World, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. An ending that would be a gift to Trump's lawyers. Lisa says 3 strikes and you're out, waiting for the 3rd strike. CC Ryder says, can you tell if Jack's team is on board or resistant to filing a complaint against Cannon? Or Jack Smith and his team. Are you asking, can I ask, is it him and his team? Or are you asking, do you want me to ask his team about his team separately? Just his team. Okay. Jack Smith's team. Hello. Do you want to file against Judge Eileen Cannon, or are you resistant to doing that? It feels like it depends who you're asking. I'm getting yes and no. CC Ryder, is Jack on board but is getting resistance from his team, or vice versa? Oh, okay. Because his team himself, some want her gone, do something. Others are, well, we want to make sure it's airtight. We can't just keep going back to the 11th Circuit. So, okay, so is he, okay. Oh, this thing jumped. Let me see. Is Jack on board? Is getting rid of Cannon, getting resistance from his team? There's Jack's team behind him. Or is he saying, no, we shouldn't? 2 of Wands. 2 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 4. All right. This is she's communicating in her way. Forward communication. What she's doing is pretty obvious. This is a legal decision. That's a plan. And that's a fool. It's like they're waiting for something. Writer says, I don't understand Jack's hesitancy. Hello, Melody. I'm with you. Because we need the truth. And Trump needs to be held accountable. See, yeah, there are some things here like why there's reason to believe top secret documents were taken to Bedminster. Why not? Why not search Bedminster? There are things Eileen Cannon has done which are really, really kinky. Why not fight to get her removed? But I get clear energy from him that he wants Trump to be held accountable. So is he putting his eggs in the DC case against Trump and thinking that will have to do? Is he just thinking the Cannon thing is a wash? Chicky says Cannon hasn't even set the trial date, so anything can happen before the trial. I thought she had tentatively. And she's put it in just such a place where it would block other cases. Well, things are going to move forward. This is temporary. Probably it's got the King of Pentacles over here. This is Trump's lawyers for the reading. But I've got isolation and us being like, whoa, okay, here we go. We're moving. I cannot figure out what the delay is, what the hesitation is. Kelly Bach, I could have a quick look at that at the end. It tends to put people, a lot of my viewers, it tends to put them off. So I try to only read on that on Wednesdays with Sarah at the end, but I could have a quick look before I go. I'm very worried myself. So Angela M. Cannon's being coached by the Federalist Society. Oh, she is absolutely corrupt. Cynthia O'Keefe says, as I said, Judge Ludig said it's very hard to remove a sitting judge from a case. She's expecting. She thinks this is her ticket. And she will frustrate because she thinks she's going to end up on the Supreme Court. So my guess is she's going to overreach. But there is going to be movement on this. There is going to be big forward move. Like we're going to be like, wow, okay. That's all I'm getting. I wish I had something more specific, but all right. Hello, Clarence. All right. At 45 minutes in, Cosmic Goat Lady had a question. This is, speaking of searching other properties, Here's something I hadn't thought of. When Bedminster is sold to the highest bidder, will the new owners claim the hidden documents as part of the sale or give them back to the Library of Congress? Ooh, boy. So, will the next owners of Bedminster inherit some super secret documents that they shouldn't have? It doesn't feel like they will. It feels like this will be history. This will be done and dusted before. Yeah, I think the whatever security agencies are involved, they'll make sure there's nothing there. Be nice if they'd make sure there's nothing there now. Hint, hint. But Queen of Wands, Hermit, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups. No, they're not going to get anything. No. I don't even. It's like the cards don't even matter. It just feels like fresh air. Just complete fresh air, which means there's nothing there. Empty rooms. Nothing there. All right. There was a question here. I think it got mixed up though, because I'm going to take that out because it doesn't refer back to anything. Anyway, okay. T. Martin had a question at 4730. 7:30. Please read. D. Martin was asking, please read if any of Trump's court cases will start and be completed before November. I'm guessing you mean the criminal cases? Well, any of Trump's criminal cases. Because he's already had some civil cases completed. As a matter of fact, the change in the what was it? March 25th, the Bragg case was supposed to start, but it's been put off for a month or so. But that doesn't change rulings on other cases. Therefore, let's see, can I make this bigger? I thought I could make this bigger. All right, maybe I can't. No, here it is. There we go. This is full screen. There we go. Don't forget that. There we go. So, will any of Trump's criminal cases start and be completed before November? Well, it's quiet at the moment. But there's some strength in the Fool. They're good cases against him. It's just he's still running around. Three of Cups, though, we're celebrating in the middle. Eight of Pentacles is work on the right, underhanded, and under the Sun, it doesn't feel that great. But we do have a 3 of Cups in the middle, so maybe the brag thing will work. There's some good energy here, but the rest of these cards are kind of eh. Let me look again. Star says Mar-a-Lago looks so moldy. Yes, it does. There's pictures of the vents that were just coated in dust and dirt. Ugh. Yeah, I had to take the beginning of the brag case off I had to white it out on my calendar this morning. It's like, oh, heck. Things will be ongoing. Hang on, let's stop this. So 9 days until Trump has to post that bond in order to appeal. 9 days, 2 hours, 54 minutes, 43 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that. Put this back up, put that there, and all right, this is us watching. So I'm wondering if the Georgia case will be ongoing by the time of the election. If that will be what we're watching during the day, we're watching part of. I don't know that I'm going to be going live every day with the RICO case. I don't even know if I'm physically up to that, but we will definitely be keeping an eye on it and watching parts of it. So, all right, 7 of Pentacles, Justice. So this would seem to me, this is fruits of labor, or in Trump's case, the fruits of crime. Justice moving forward in a big way. And again, us being quite pleased. 9 of Pentacles about the money. This is sitting pretty, but it's not good. With coming after all of these cards, this would be like the brag case. So I'm going to guess the brag case will be done, but the RICO case will be ongoing at the time of the election. Anyway, Isabel Moss says summaries are just fine. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay. At 53 minutes in, Fancy had a pretty basic question. I don't read on minors. Barron Trump's birthday is this month, and he turns 18. So Fancy's asking, did Melania leave Trump, or is she leaving him? Card for the reading is packed bags, ready to go. But we'll see what the actual cards say. Okay, they have a prenup, postnup, you name it. Meganup, I don't know what you'd call that. She has no good feelings left for him. None. This is all legal, and this would be an action taken. King of Cups. I do think that there are men who would be perfectly happy to be with her. Very rich men. 3 of Swords. That feels like a divorce. Has it happened yet? Stephanie Martin says Barron will be 18 on March 20th. Okay, so in 4 days. And I don't expect her to be, you know, throwing luggage in the car on Baron's birthday, but Tower, done. The other thing is she needs to get out while there's still any money left. Because apparently, my understanding is he's had to put money in a trust. But if she doesn't get out, that money is still marital property. So she's been feeling far too beaten up. The things I do for money kind of thing. Right now, she's potentially sitting on a gold mine. 9 of Cups. Of course, they're ill-gotten gains, but yeah, 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Yeah, this is her free. Bye. This feels, the cards are saying she's bye-bye, 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 very soon. Bye. Now, me intellectually, I'm saying, oh, come on, she's put up with him this long, etc. But the cards are like, no. And the energy is like, no. Mm-mm. But will she be able to keep the money? Or will she get it yanked back? Rose Blue says Baron has a trust. On March 20th, he gets access to it. Ding! And it's not just him. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to her son. Star, Temperance, Victory. Yeah, Trump can go on his own. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's what I'm getting. Anne Pryor says, I don't think Melania will leave until I saw the other day she was seen leaving Mar-a-Lago. She was there for, was it the Viktor Orban visit or I don't know. So all right. It is 58 minutes in. For those of you who are not interested in the Princess Kate mystery, I wish you a wonderful day. I will be right back here tomorrow. You're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. And I will, again, at 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you. All right. And for those who are interested, at 5840, there is some weirdness. Where is Princess Kate? Because okay, there's a guy who says that he sold the picture of them in the car, not Kate Middleton's mother and supposedly Kate, but the picture zooming past of Prince William with Kate on the other side looking out the other window, so you couldn't see her, you couldn't actually see her face. He says that no, it's right along here, and he showed a picture. So the fact that the bricks don't match in that photograph, apparently that's a thing. He was able to say this is where that is and show it was a low wall and then some buildings behind. Okay. But he was also saying that the picture that there was a kill notice on, because it was so doctored, he was saying, oh, there was nothing wrong with that. Minimal, like a tiny bit of Photoshop. That's nothing. So this guy's not credible. But he was able to show something about that one picture. So yeah, let's see. Trying to think what else I've been reading. And this is, I'm basically just catching some people up on the latest, people who are already pretty enmeshed in this. Back in January, February, at some point, William put out a message about the people of Gaza. Bless, 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 bless. Those poor kids. Anyway, he put it out using just the W, just his own signet, not his and Kate's signet. And some people were saying he hasn't done that since before they got married. Apparently that's not true. He has. So that's not unusual. All right. Gretchen is saying she's supposedly been taken off her schedule until June now to the trooping the colors. It's supposed to happen, I believe, June. But she's quietly been taken off of that as well. So the initial thing was that Kate would resume her duties and be seen after Easter, which is March 31st. Then they said, no, it'll be trooping the colors in June. And she's been taken off of that as well. Mary Smith says maybe she's having a difficult recovery. Could be. But they're not handling this well. No one has seen her or the kids. Oh, sorry, my stomach's growling. No one has seen Kate Middleton or her children since Christmas Day. It doesn't smell right. And people are worried. You know, we've all, here's the thing. Do I absolutely think that William Wales has done something absolutely illegal and heinous? No. Do I think that she is no longer on this planet? No. I think she's here. I am not a big fan of conspiracy theories, honestly, and I think I've made it pretty clear on this channel in the past. I don't. If it's out there, I'm not the person to come talk to. You ask me about Bigfoot, I don't think there's a Bigfoot. I don't. I'm sorry. You know, there are a lot of other things that people bring up. I'm just like, not here, not me, but you do you. But if any woman who's in the public eye constantly, and her kids are constantly in the public eye, and she suddenly goes poof, and no one's seen her or the kids for January, February, coming up on 3 months, nothing, nada. And the only explanation doesn't make sense, and people aren't acting in a way that makes sense. If she was in the hospital, why did her parents not visit her? Why did her kids not visit her? We saw Charles come and go from the hospital. We saw Camilla go visit him several times. Maltese Cottage says even her top aides haven't seen her. And if you believe Prince Harry's book, he talks about there being some physical violence where William attacked him, if you believe that. And it just adds up to to me, it's just even, You have to just kind of keep an eye on other women to make sure they're not gone, disappeared. People aren't acting the way they should for this to be innocent. Nothing here is making sense. So Kitty Holler says if she was in the hospital, how would they keep everyone quiet about it? If the kids are back in school, which apparently they're not a single parent of a child at that school has said to anybody, "Oh yeah, my kids saw those kids today." Doesn't have to say anything. Just, yeah, my kids saw their kids at school. Don't have to give your name. Just, yeah, no. Goral is saying, according to sources, she's been battling depression for years. This is an opportunity to be a role model. M. Kelpie, could Harry move up the line? No. Gosh, no. Gosh, no. Just absolute worst case scenario is if, and we are in cloud cuckoo land, if William, just as a thought experiment, if William did something heinously illegal, and he doesn't become king, it goes to George, the oldest child. So it goes to George, and then after George, it goes to Charlotte, and then after Charlotte, it goes to Louis. So David Miner says, I get a feeling something ain't right. Yeah. We just, look, I don't want to know her business. I just want to know she's alive and safe and conscious. That's not a lot to ask. Basic wellness check. Really. Wellness check. Except you can't go have the police go see that she's okay. Emperor. Card for the reading. Monarchy. Anybody? The thing you have to understand, there isn't one Kensington Palace or royal PR department. All the royals have their own staff, their own PR departments, as it were, and they're competing. So you get a lot of this leaks to the press, that leaks to the press, this leaks to the press, that leaks to the press, and then it's radio silence, and then this or that. So it's, and you're not supposed to be on the record ever. It's so there's a lot of chaos there, and then everybody's they're hired because they're yes men. Everybody on the staff, they're yes men. If you're not a yes man, you're out. You're not on the staff. So there's also this kind of competition. But this is isolation, silence. I've got the sword card in the center, Queen of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Now, this can be a partnership or it can be health. I am sitting here and I am looking at these cards and I am running through every bizarre possible scenario I can think of. I mean, I am trying things that we have no that there's no even whisper about. I'm just looking at these cards and I'm just trying to think anything. The people, I think I need to ask about Kate specifically, because I think that energy is kind of mixed up with the PR mess. Because it's a PR mess. You can't tell me it's not a PR mess. Is it Jamila? Is that how you pronounce your name? Something should clear up by the eclipse season. She was born on an eclipse. Yes. Malting's Cottage says she was taken away by an ambulance on January 28th. Somebody was. Somebody was, but we don't know. And no one will admit to that. That was caught by a passerby on their phone. It's what is my understanding. Yes, right. Oh, good. Good. All right. Hate yourself. Forget the palace. Forget the PR. Forget the stuff that's being put out. Kate Wiles. Daughter, wife, mother. Capricorn with the Cancer moon. Something's wrong in that marriage. I'm not saying anything like illegal. I'm just saying they're no. First of all, she loves those kids. No doubt. No question. She loves those kids. And whatever's going on, there's a threat that they would be taken away from her. Or she would be extremely limited in access to them. Magician world. She would have to come up. If you wanted out of that situation, you would need to come up with some really fancy. Oh, yes, Gigi by the Sea, December 28th. Yes, it was December 28th. Sorry about that. You'd have to come up with some pretty fancy footwork to go from where Kate Wales was in December to being all in her own power and being able to do something in her own power. She gave up a lot when she joined that family, when she joined the firm. But so that's some fancy footwork if she wants to end things. Ace of Swords against the King of Wands, the Empress. What I'm getting is freedom, her freedom. But we haven't seen anything from her. And she's allowing a whole lot to be put out there in her name that she may have nothing to do with. Elizabeth Schuyler Hamilton's asking, what would the Empress be here since America isn't in this case? Womanhood. It can be a number of things, but it can be womanhood. It can be being in your own power as a woman. That's what it feels like. So, why does she want out? Why the extremes here? Why the extremes here? Eight of Pentacles. She was sold a bill of goods. There's work here, but there's her being used in a very, very negative way. Dynasty, and they are cruel. Her isolation, things she's put up with, and she was promised a lot. And Knight of Pentacles, this see what this is feeling like is that the Pentacles feel like the palace, the royal family. And I know William's a double Cancer, so he's a double water sign. But the wands feel a little bit like that's him. The palace will always, the family will always protect William. Always, 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 no matter what he ever does. She is finding out that she is expendable. Security she was promised in like emotional, a place in the world kind of security. Ronnie Weiss is Cancer's kind of terrible tempers. Oh, any sign can. M. Kelpie, yeah, we know they protected Andrew as long as they could, and they're still protecting him. Who is Rose? Friend of William and Kate. Her and her husband were friends with them, and there's been a rumor for years now that William had an affair with Rose. Queen of Wands. Why is he coming up as Wands? Again, she's isolated. Entertainment only. I don't know. I'm just... I don't like all of these wand cards and this aggression here and her isolation. She really tried. And she, if you saw her on December 25th, she looked fine. Seriously, she looked absolutely fine. This is sitting behind this thing stolen from her. What's going on is William is being absolutely protected. And William's coming up as Wands, which is a fire sign. It's fire sign, which is action, not sensitivity, like cups. Remember, Pascal says abdominal surgery is difficult. True. True. And if she had a burst appendix or something like that, or even if she needed an emergency hysterectomy for some bizarre reason, that's something they could let people know about. She's had 3 kids. She doesn't need to make, she doesn't need to have any more children. They've got 3 beautiful children, and Desert Dawn says, but it was planned. Guessing not. Well, they had planned. There was a planned trip to Italy when that happened. Her schedule was full. And then they said, oh, it was planned. Then why was her schedule full? Why wasn't her schedule cleared? So Knight of Wands. Emperor, Knight of Wands. You'd think she was in a good position, but I'm sorry. I'm getting William. He's part of this. He's part of the establishment. He's the heir to the throne. It feels like he can flip on a dime. And he keeps coming up as fire sign, a fire sign. Fiery. That's what I'm getting. Gretchen, I agree. Too many unanswered questions. If everything is okay, this issue is easily fixed. Yeah. So, yeah, Holly in France, maybe she's had some Crohn's disease or, yeah, a long recovery period. Absolutely. So, why didn't her parents see her at the hospital? 2 weeks at the hospital? If I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, you think you could keep my mother away? Good luck. Good luck. My sisters would be there. Both of my parents would be there. My mother would be there every single day. I remember when I was in the hospital for 3 days. Yeah. They had to like, okay, you have to go. You have to go. Jamila says William could show up with the kids. Oh, actually, at that particular hospital, I read, I don't know if it's true, but I read that they try not to have children there. That maybe there was a Zoom thing, but where are parents? Yeah. Oh, does the Queen have anything to say? Hang on. All right. I think there was something medical. The medical thing's not completely made up. I think there's something medical here. But someone's severely on the defensive and it being potentially big news. And again, I've got that Magician. All right, let me see. Cat Shepherd says, when I had my cancer surgery, 2 organs taken out. They kept me for 4 days, then out. Yeah. Yeah, Jill Dalton. The royals could have children if they wanted to. Who would stop them? Good point. Oh, Cynthia O'Keefe. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, let me see. I'll see. Hang on, give me a second here. She's really loyal to the throne. She likes Kate, but she's really, the Queen, really loyal to the throne. She's it's like her energy isn't entirely her own. She she spent so much of her life with the energy of the state the crown, of all of that, so fused with her own personal energy that I don't think she can get a particularly objective view. It's going to take a long time to unwrap the person on the other side. Temperance. Temperance, back and forth. The kids are okay. The grandkids are okay. 3 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. They'll shut her out. They're going to paint her as mentally incompetent. They're going to see things about eating disorders or whatever else they can make up. They will tar and feather her. Adding insult to injury. Again, that two-faced, and then the Lover's card. Kate was playing along, doing what she needed to do, but now again, they're going to paint her in the most awful light. I'm getting such two-faced from like these two different people. From William. All right, so that's what I was about Diana. Let me see. She has nice energy. I honestly think she was a nice person. She has nice energy. I know he's your son, but we've got a bit of a mystery here. She's there. She loves them. She loves her kids. But she also knows that being in that position, like the Kate's in, that you look good. You look like you're sitting pretty, but everything given to you is you're an outsider. Even if you marry into the family, you're still not one of them. It's like you're being given charity. And you still get all of the scrutiny. This is not literal death. This is, it's soul crushing. All of the scrutiny, but women are taking some of their power back in that family. Guess what the card for the reading is? King of Wands. Again. Deborah Haggerty says, my husband was in the hospital for 38 days with abdominal surgery. I'm so sorry. I hope he's okay. Cosmic Goat Lady says, when you said queen, I heard the word duty. Yeah. Allison, I'm sorry. I don't read on alivings. Sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. But we're not trying to. Honestly, there is worldwide. People are talking about this around the world, and frankly, a lot of the thing, even people, I've seen so many people in comment sections hither and yon saying, normally I don't care about the royal family. I'm not interested. There's something weird here, and I just want to know if she's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see if I can get anything else. Just 3 cards. It's going to go on for a while longer. I mean, even if Kate wanted out, even if she decided she had reason to leave, it'd be a big deal. She's got a lot of lawyers. Her family went back. Her parents went bankrupt, and William had to give them money. Their business went belly up. And William will be painted in this perfect light, and she is unfit and mental and etc., etc., etc. Don't believe it. All right. Michelle Grande says, someone said Kate said she won't be making an appearance until after Easter. And then they were saying it would be Trooping the Colors in June, and she's now been taken off of that, scheduled for that. So, all right. That's all I got. And this is one of those things where, please prove me wrong. Please tell me that, please prove that none of this was the case. She's absolutely fine. Everything is hunky-dory. She's happy. She's getting better. She's getting stronger every day. The kids are happy. They stay happily married, and all is well. That's what I really want. I really do want that. There's enough suffering in the world. I don't want there to be suffering in the world. If it were up to me, there wouldn't be. But it's not. But that's what I got. All right. Well, we'll find out eventually. If something is going to give. This can't go on forever. Something will give eventually. And it'll be okay. We'll be all right. Okay? So hang in there, and thank you for your patience with me and going through this with me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a really good day. All right? And as I said earlier, you're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. All right? So hang in there, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Thank you.